I've been thinking about something, and I don't even know if this is the right word for it, but I think it's loneliness. And I don't even know if this is the right word for it, but I think it's loneliness. Not the type where you don't have people around you, not the dramatic type. No. Just loneliness in the process. Like I'm trying to tell you, you can have friends, family, you can even have the support you need, but still feel like nobody really understands what you're building. And I think that's the part nobody talks about, because from the outside, it looks simple. Oh, you make YouTube videos. Oh, you're into art. Oh, that's nice. Oh my God, But they just don't see the weight of it. They don't see the nights you're overthinking something like lyric or a beat, a snare, hi-hat, because I also make beats and stuff, The moments, they don't understand the moments you are questioning your direction, the pressure you put on yourself to evolve, They just see a post, they see a 5-minute video, they see a link, they don't even bother clicking on the link, They don't see the internal world behind it. And I kind of don't blame them. I don't blame them. Because how could they understand something that lives in my head? Come on now. Sometimes I try to explain it. I try to explain the vision. And halfway through explaining it, I start sounding crazy to myself, because how do you explain something that isn't fully formed yet? How do you explain a future you can see but can't prove, bro? So eventually you stop explaining, not because you are angry, but because explaining gets exhausting. You start moving quietly, you start building in silence, and that silence, that's where the loneliness starts creeping in. It's subtle. It's when your friends are talking about normal life, normal plans, normal routines, and your mind is somewhere else. They're thinking about growth, legacy, direction, consistency, reinvention, and you're sitting there physically present, but mentally, you're somewhere in the future. And that distance, that's lonely. Not because they don't care, but because they don't see what you see. And sometimes I catch myself wishing someone would just get it, Please get it. Please, at least one individual just get it, Not the results though, not the numbers, but the weight, the internal pressure, bro. The feeling of wanting to become something bigger than your current environment. And let me just go ahead and say it is weird, because you can't demand understanding. You can't force someone to feel what you feel. You feel me? Damn, I just said you feel me. But you can't do that, You can't hand them your vision and say, here, carry this with me. Nope. Some parts of the process are designed to be carried alone. And maybe that's the part I'm learning. That growth is isolating. Not in a negative way, just naturally, Because when you're evolving, your internal world shifts before your external world does. Damn, that's dope. When you are evolving, your internal world shifts before your external world does. You change first. Your habits change first. Your mindset changes first. Your priorities change. And the people around you, they're still interacting with the vision of you they're used to. So there's this quiet gap. You are not who you were, but you are not fully who you are becoming either. You are in between, and in between spaces are lonely. I think that's what this is. An in between season where I'm building something that doesn't fully exist yet, where I'm building someone I haven't fully met yet. And I can't expect people to understand a version of me that I'm still discovering, Maybe that's a bit unfair. Maybe I've been explaining too much. Because the truth is, I don't even fully understand it myself sometimes. I just feel it. I feel the pull to create, to express, to build something meaningful, even when it does not make sense to anyone else. And maybe that's enough. Maybe loneliness in the process isn't a sign that something is wrong. Maybe it's proof that the process is personal. Not everything is meant to be understood by everyone. Some things are meant to be experienced by the person going through them. Maybe one day when the vision is clearer, when the results are visible, when the dots connect, people will look back and say, oh, now I get it. But until then, it's quite internal, it's heavy sometimes, but it's mine. And I think I'm learning to be okay with that. To be okay with building in silence. To be okay with being misunderstood for a season. To be okay with carrying the vision alone for now, but because maybe the process isn't supposed to be crowded, maybe it's supposed to be refined, maybe it's supposed to refine you first. And if that refinement feels lonely, maybe that's just part of becoming, I don't know. As I said, I just hope you got my point there. I'm still figuring it out. But yeah, that's what has been on my mind. Loneliness in the process.